Hello children and my dear teachers. Today I come up with another topic. Before going to it, I want to ask you some questions. What are the structural and functional units of living beings? Can we see them with naked eye? Are all living beings multicellular? Do plants and animals have same type of cells in them? Answer these questions and write it down in your notebooks. Okay. The structural and functional units of living beings are cells. Can we see them? No, we can't able to see them. They are very minute they are very microbial structures. Okay, so we can't able to see them. We can only see them through the microscope, compound or electron microscope, like that only. Are all living beings multicellular? No, some of them are unicellular also. Most of the living organisms are multicellular, and some of them are unicellular also. Do plants and animals have same type of cells in them? See, do they really same or not? We can see in this lesson. So what is our lesson name today? Cell structure and functions. So this lesson, what you are going to learn are: the learner differentiates the plant cell with animal cell, draws the diagram of plant cell and animal cell, explains the functions of plasma membrane, conducts lab activity to observe cell membrane in plant cells, identifies the location of nucleus and other cell organelles in a cell. So, children, I told you the cells of plant and animals are similar or not. So for that, I want to show you the augmented reality videos. So please watch carefully and observe the similarities and differences in them. Okay. This is the plant cell. What are the materials inside it? What do we call them? We call them as organelles. See, these are the organelles present in a plant cell. You can see them here. Nucleus, around the nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, vacuole, lysosomes, chloroplast, Golgi complex, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, chloroplast. The outermost layer is cell wall. The fluid filled in this cell is called cytoplasm. This is about the plant cell. Now observe the animal cell. This is the animal cell. When compared to plant cell, the outer membrane is very thin. Observe the inner parts or organelles present in animal cell. The center one is the nucleus. See, around it the green color structure is called endoplasmic reticulum. Centrioles. See here a special structure, centriole. And these are the vacuoles. In compared to plant cell, the vacuole size is smaller. Lysosomes, Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex, Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum around the nucleus. This is mitochondria. The fluid, the jelly-like structure present in this cell, inside the cell, is called cytoplasm. DNA, nucleus, nucleolus, and all you are observing. These are all the organelles present in the animal cell. Okay, children? Okay. You observed both the plant and animal cells and the organelles present in them. Now, what common features do you see in both the cells? Which cell organelles are found exclusively in plant cells? Compare the parts of plant and animal cells. Note down the differences in between the two cells. If you don't observe them carefully, and now watch these two diagrams, plant cell and animal cell given here. If you observe, if you take the plant cell, the outermost layer is called a cell wall. Then this is plasma membrane or cell membrane, chloroplast, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum around the nucleus. This is nucleus and this is the vacuole. If we take the animal cell, the centermost one is nucleus. Outer membrane is called plasma membrane. Here this is the plasma membrane. This one is the plasma membrane. Okay. This is Golgi body, endoplasmic reticulum, centrioles, cytoplasm, mitochondria. These are the parts present in both the cells. I think now you can understand very well what are the differences between plant and animal cell. If you see the vacuole, here these are the vacuoles, the smaller dots, white round circles observing here are the vacuoles. Here is the vacuole is the larger one here in the plant cell. In animal cells, vacuole are very small. If you observe here around the plasma membrane, there is another one membrane present, that is cell wall. Here there is no cell wall. If you observe the green color structures in this cell, in this plant cell, that is chloroplast. But here in this cell there are no chloroplasts. Okay. And another one difference, I think you observed that here the centrioles are located in this cell, but there are no centrioles you are observing here. These are the main differences between plant and animal cell. Keep in mind and write it down in your notebook. Okay. In plant cell, there is another layer present over the cell membrane known as cell wall. I already told. That is the exceptional or a special character of that plant cell. Do you observe the cell membrane? I will show you the cell membrane. How to observe the cell membrane I will show you now with this experiment. This experiment is carried by my students. To observe the cell membrane, the materials required are rheolipse, beaker. In beaker, salt water present, dropper, brush, forceps, slides, cover slip, white paper or next and microscope. First what we have to do is we have to tear the leaf carefully. Take off the thin leaf, thin peel of that leaf with the help of forceps. He is taking the peel from the lower surface of the rheo leaf and he is placing it on the slide. Now he is adding the salt water. Keep in mind that those are salt water. The water present in the beaker is salt water. He added the salt water drops and placing the cover slip on it. Make sure there should no air bubbles and watch it or observe the cells under microscope. See, these are the cells of Rio leaves. See, this is the cell membrane. This one is the cell membrane. This is the cell wall. Cell membrane, shrunken cell membrane you are observing. This is the cell membrane. This one is the cell wall. Okay, children? Because why it is shrunken means we added the salt water. So that is why the cell membrane is shrunken. So that is why we are easily observe that cell membrane. So that is why we added the salt water. Okay. Now I want to tell you the functions of cell membrane and about cell membrane. Cell membrane is also called as plasma membrane. Cell membrane visible only through an electron microscope. Cell membrane is flexible and is made up of mainly lipids and proteins. The cell membrane is the outermost layer of cell that separates cytoplasm from the external environment. This is also known as the plasma membrane. The cell membrane defines the shape and size of the cell, encloses the cytoplasm and protects it from the external environment. And also, inside a cell, one finds a very specific composition of various substances which maintain a balance. The cell membrane plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the cell. Any substance entering or leaving the cell can do so only through this membrane. The uniqueness of this membrane lies in the fact that it does not allow every substance to pass through it. Okay, it allows only a very useful substances only. The exchange of substances through the cell membrane happens very selectively. Hence, it is known as selectively permeable membrane. Okay, I told you around the cell membrane there will be another membrane in plant cells, that is cell wall. This is the cell membrane or plasma membrane. Around the cell membrane you can see the cell wall here. This cell wall is very toughest, a flexible and porous layer. It gives a definite shape and protection to the cell. What is the function of the cell wall in plants? It exerts an inward wall pressure to resist the outward pressure exerted by the cytoplasm. So the plant cells can withstand much greater changes of surrounding medium when we compare to animal cells. Okay, that is the main function of the cell wall. Okay, children. We have seen the plant cells and plant cells of Rio leaf and observed the cell membrane and cell wall. Now I want to show you the innermost organelle. The innermost parts are organelles. In that organelles, the most important organelle of all is nucleus. So I want to show you the nucleus through this experiment. Okay. In this video, we are going to observe the nucleus of the cheek cells of human beings. For this, the materials required are methylene blue, watch glass with water, toothpicks, cover slips, slide, white paper, microscope. Scrap the inner lining of the cheek very gently. Okay, otherwise your cheek will be damaged. Tap the toothpick on the slide. Now add the drops, that is, add 1 drop of methylene blue on the slide. Drain off the excess water or excess stain and place a cover slip on the slide. He is removing the excess water again. Now the slide is ready to observe the nucleus of the cheek cells. See, these are the cheek cells, and inside it you are observing the blue color dot, circular dot, thick blue color circular dot is nucleus. This is the cheek cell, and inside the cheek cell you are observing the nucleus. Okay. Then what are the precautions you have to take while performing that activity? Do not scrap the cheek too hard, as it may injure your buccal mucosa. Scrapped material should be spread uniformly on the slide. Excess stain should be drained off. There should be no air bubbles under the cover slip. Okay. Then only you can observe the nucleus inside the cheek cell clearly, like this. Okay. Now I want to show you the nucleus structure with this video. Okay. Observe this. These are the animal cells. Inside the animal cells there is a blue color dot. This is nucleus. Inside the nucleus there will be another part, that is you are observing the spherical or circular part, that is nucleolus. You are observing the pores on the nucleus. These pores are called as nucleopores. In the membrane which is surrounded the nucleus is called nuclear membrane. Okay. Inside the nucleus there will be genetic material. Okay. This is the nuclear membrane. The pores are nuclear pores. This is nucleolus. Inside the nucleus there will be a fluid present. That fluid is called nucleoplasm, and the fibers are called the filaments or fibers present in this nucleus are called the genetic material. Okay. Based on the membrane, nuclear membrane, the cells of living organisms will be divided into two types. I will show you that with the help of this video. Observe here this these are the animal cells. Okay. We took these animal cells from a rat. In this animal cell there are different types of organisms present. Every cell there could be three important parts present, that is cell membrane, cytoplasm and DNA. This is the another one cell. That this cell also has cytoplasm, genetic material and cell membrane. In eukaryotic cells, if we observe that there is a clear and nucleus present. Eukaryotic cells are present in all plants, animals. If we take the prokaryotic cell, the genetic material will be floats in cytoplasm. There is no particular structure of nucleus. The genetic material did not lies inside the nuclear membrane. It is freely flows in the cytoplasm. So that is why it is called as prokaryotic cell. These prokaryotic cells are observed in bacteria and also cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. Okay. See here, genetic material is floating freely in the cytoplasm of this bacteria cell. Okay. Now I want to show you the functions of nucleus. This is nucleus. Once again I want to show you the names. This is the pores present on the surface of nucleus. Outer surface of nucleus is nuclear pores. Inside the nucleus there is a circular structure, nucleolus, and these are the genetic material, chromatin. This is the nuclear envelope. These are the cisternae. Okay. This is one of the most important organelle of a cell. Nucleus is the most important organelles of a cell. It is largest and most distinct of all cell organelles. The nucleus regulates and controls all the functions of cell and determines the characteristics of the organism. Okay, that means the characters we are showing are because of the genetic material present in the nucleus of our cells. Okay, it consists of all genetic information. The nucleus is also closely involved in the process of cell division. Except few, almost all eukaryotic cells have a nucleus. Red blood cells in mammals and phloem sieve tubes in plants are examples of cells that do not have a nucleus. Even these cells do not have nucleus in the beginning, but it is later thrown out of the cell. Okay, now I want to show you the organelles. Not only the nucleus, and also there are some other organelles present inside the cell. I want to show them with the help of a video. What are organelles? Organelles are also called as little organs. That means every organelle has their own particular shape and also their unique functions. First organelle is the nucleus, nucleopore. These are the DNA fibers present in the nucleus. DNA present in chromatin or chromosomes. This is the nuclear membrane. At the time of cell division, the chromosomes divides. This is the nucleolus. This nucleolus produces the ribosomes. These ribosomes comes out of the nucleus and gets attached to endoplasmic reticulum, and some ribosomes moves freely or floats freely in this jelly-like fluid called as cytoplasm. Okay, where this ribosomes attached to endoplasmic reticulum, that endoplasmic reticulum is called as RER. R means rough endoplasmic reticulum. See here, this is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Yellow spherical balls are attached to it. Here if you observe, there are no balls. So that is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum produces proteins because they have the ribosomes. So that ribosomes synthesizes proteins. They are sent out of the endoplasmic reticulum in the form of vesicles. Those vesicles are absorbed by the Golgi bodies. See, you are observing that the proteins are entered into Golgi bodies. In the Golgi bodies, they are modified as some other materials with the by attaching different kinds of lipids or carbohydrates. Here if you observe both the plant and animal cells, white circle here in here, this is vacuole, central vacuole, the bigger in size. Here it is very small in size, vacuole. Vacuole stores the water in plant. Here in animal cell, the lysosomes are present. These lysosomes collects the waste materials and digest them. See, and these are the mitochondria. This is mitochondrion. This is the powerhouse of the cell. Why it participates in cellular respiration? That means it oxidizes the food and changes that food as energy, ATP. So that ATP stores in the cells and in our body, and that energy is used for other activities. If you see this is the cytoskeleton present inside the cell. These are the microfilaments and microtubules. This cytoskeleton gives the support to the cell and gives a definite helps in a definite shape. If we take the plant cell, You will observe a particular prominent cells which are only confined to plants. Those organelles are called chloroplasts. See, this chloroplast only present in plant cells, not in animal. Okay. And also the cell wall which is only present in the plant cells. Cell membrane present in both the cells. Okay. These are the different kinds of organelles present in a cell. You have observed all of them. I am going to summarize what we have learned today. Differences between plant and animal cells, observing cell membrane or plasma membrane, and also nucleus in cheek cells with the help of lab activities, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells, functions of nucleus, organelles in a cell. And I want to make you to write some answers for these questions. Write the differences between plant and animal cells. Draw the diagrams of plant and animal cells. What is the procedure to be followed to observe cell membrane in real leaves? What are the precautions to be taken to observe nucleus in cheek cells? Mention the organelles present in a cell. Okay. Bye everyone. This is Pavitra, SA Bioscience, ZPHS Gaddipalli, Suryapet. And I will meet you again with another topic. Until then, bye.